Hey guys, Lunar Spy 1127 here, bringing you Bleach Chapter 520. Killer's not dead. Killer's not dead? What? Okay. So the chapter begins with Nanao meeting up with Shunsui. Shunsui has received an official order saying that he will be appointed as head captain of the Goti 13, the 13 Crocodile Squads, and captain of Squad 1. So, yeah, a lot of people are saying that it's going to be Unohana because, you know, I guess she lived a lot longer, a bit, almost as long as Yamamoto. She was actually one of the few first, I believe, yeah, one of the few first captains, from what I remember from the turn back the pendulum arc. But, yeah, it looks like, Shunsui is gonna be the new head captain and captain of Squad 1. And of course, Shunsui doesn't want to. I mean, he finds this too troublesome, or he's just the kind of guy that's kind of lazy, doesn't want to become a huge leader, but he's going to in the end. So then we finally cut back to the Kirin Palace in the Spirit Palace. We actually introduced to two different characters. Apparently there are actually townspeople in this palace. Two of them, they're called Kazuo and Kazuhiro. Apparently they're subordinates to Tenjiro, and they're trying to hold down Ichigo in the White Bone Hell pond so that they could try healing him. Apparently, yeah, they're trying to like hold him down underwater for him to count to 100 so that they could heal. Of course, shenanigans ensue, and I mean shenanigans, I mean Kubo's, you know, random humor. Yeah. So Tenjiro decides to punch him in the face. Yeah, but there is a reason for that. Apparently, it's to test to see if Ichigo has fully healed, which he has. Because, if he wasn't healed, then, that punch would have killed him. So, now that Ichigo has been healed up, he's gonna go to the next palace. I'm not sure which palace it would be. I don't know if it's gonna be Shutara's or Hikifune's, or it could be the bald guys or the other guy we haven't actually seen in a long time. Who knows? Renji has also been healed up, and he's and he wants to go with Ichigo, but first Tenjiro has to test if Renji is okay, which he is, because he was able to withstand Tenjiro's punch. Not that very surprising. I mean, when in the Fullbring arc, when you see Renji facing off against Jackie, we've seen like how incredibly strong how improved he was, I guess, ever since the 17-month time skip. Actually, that fight with him against Jackie was actually one of the very few good things about that arc. Yeah. So anyway, Renji and Ichigo, yep, they're healed. So they're gonna head towards the next palace, which apparently the only way to get there is launching up into the air. I don't know. One of the subordinates used a hammer so that they could like go up in the air to the next palace. I mean, is that like the only way to get to other places? I mean, you'd think this is you know, Spirit Palace and all, you'd think they would get, like, a better means of transportation instead of, you know, like, being launched to the air, like, test your strength games you'd usually see in carnivals. Now, you know, while with them gone, and Kazuo and Kazuhiro, they've apparently been wearing those wetsuits to protect themselves from the White Bone Hell and the Bloody Hell ponds. We get to see some of the damage, some burns all over their body, not to mention, weird looking growths on their arms and backs and their necks. Okay, you think that, you know, with this, you know, healing method, you'd think that it wouldn't cause so much harm if it's meant to heal you. I guess that's probably explain, like, why no one has ever used, these ponds before. I guess why it's forbidden. While Ichigo and Renji are gone, Tenjiro talks to Kazuhiro and Kazuo about how impressive the Shinigami are, especially Ichigo, and he actually sees like why the Spirit King, and I quote, is swinging off his sack. What? Yeah, I don't know what that means exactly, but I think it's saying that the Spirit King is taking quite an interest to Ichigo. Has the Spirit King... I thought the Spirit King has been sleeping ever since the series started, I guess. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Spirit King knew about Ichigo because, you know, Ichigo has always participated in events that involve Soul Society or any of the Shinigami. So yeah, I guess that would make sense why the Spirit King is so interested in him. I still want to know what the deal with his Quincy powers, though. So anyway, we cut back to the Serete. Shunsui is having a meeting with Central 46. According to Shunsui, he's saying that third seat Okikiba will deal with practical matters and that Lieutenant Issei Nanao is going to escort him. It sounds like Shunsui is going to go somewhere and he's going to bring along Nanao. Okikiba, as I recall, he was the one that was supposed to keep, who's to stay to take care of the Squad 1 headquarters, which was blown up by Yuabak. So apparently he's still alive. Okay? Also, while they're meeting, his first move as head captain is he's gonna teach Kenpachi Zaraki the art of killing. What? Art of killing? Okay, I don't know what that is, but I guess it might help. I don't know. I mean, last time I checked, I thought Kenpachi was in a coma. So, yeah. Well, anyway, Shunsui thought it would be best for Kenpachi to learn the art of killing so that he could, like, strengthen up their military power. And, you know, Kenpachi being one of the war potentials that Yuabak has mentioned. They even mentioned that it would be very dangerous because if they taught Kenpachi the art of killing, he might rebel against Soul Society, which I don't understand. Why would he? I mean, sure, yeah, he doesn't care a lot that much, and he only cares about fighting the strongest people and killing, but I highly doubt he would betray Soul Society for the Quincy's. I mean, who he's gonna rebel against? I mean, come on. I think they mentioned also that Genryusai Yamamoto taught him kendo to hone his sword skills, which was mentioned when he fought against Noitora. So, but then again, they said that they stopped after 1 day. So what is the kendo techniques, the art of killing that Yamamoto taught to Kenpachi before so that he could kill Noitora? I mean, I'm not really sure what this art of killing is, but yeah. Central 46 reluctantly agrees, and it turns out that Shunsui is not going to be the one to teach them the art of killing. It's going to be Unohana, aka the first Kenpachi Yachiru Unohana. What? 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 Okay, and you know, that's when the chapter ends, so, again, what? I mean, okay, let me, alright, I have to go back a bit. Okay, from what I can remember from the backstories, Kenpachi's name was the name of District 80, which, was where Kenpachi lived, and Kenpachi was actually the title given to the strongest Shinigami, which was given to Kenpachi Zaraki. And apparently there was another Kenpachi, and it turned out to be Unohana, the first one. So does this mean that Kenpachi, the Kenpachi that we know, is the second or the third? But then again, it could be the second because, if I remember correctly, he did beat the captain of Squad 11 to become the new captain of Squad 11, but that was from a filler arc, so I don't know if I should count that as canon. So apparently there's a second Kenpachi. Kenpachi was actually the second Kenpachi. But what baffled me is that we thought that Unohana's name was Ratsu Unohana, but it turns out her true name is Yachiru Unohana. But Yachiru, we know the little girl that Kenpachi was always with, Yachiru damn it, I forgot her name. The Yachiru that we know, the pink-haired Shinigami. Apparently, yeah, we know that Kenpachi gave her that name, and apparently that name came from Unohana. So Kenpachi named Yachiru after Unohana. So then why was she called Retsu Unohana? I'm confused. I don't. Big plot twist right there. I did not see that coming. But then again, if she's the first strongest Shinigami, we might actually see her fight. And honestly, I can't wait to see her fight. But also, we might actually get a bit of a backstory on Unohana because we don't know a lot about her. We know that she was a captain of Squad 4, way back during the Turn to Pendulum arc, and she was still captain up to this day. I guess she was one of the older Shinigami captains. And we know that Tenjiro, one of the members of Squad 0, taught her the healing techniques. So then, but that was basically it. So since Kenpachi named Yachiru after Unohana, that means that Kenpachi and Unohana have some sort of connection, maybe some sort of relationship between the two. Maybe they used to be friends or adversaries or something. I don't know, but I'm really interested in what their connection is. I'm actually interested in Unohana's backstory. Hopefully we'll get to see that in next week's chapter. So yeah, this was actually pretty good, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen later on. Hopefully learning Unohana's backstory. Let's see, Ichigo healing. Apparently, I forgot to mention this. Tenjiro said that he was able to reflect the power of his punch to him, so he got like a bruise on his hand. I don't know how exactly he did that, but I guess that proves that he's been healed. I am kind of interested in what's the deal with the Spirit King. I know the Spirit King is have some sort of interest with Ichigo, but I just actually hope that later on there's going to be interaction between the Spirit King and Ichigo, so I am looking forward to that. I'm actually wondering, like, where's the next Royal Palace is going to be, so yeah, and of course, Unohana and Kenpachi. I mean, Unohana, the first, I never actually suspected that. I mean, I knew Unohana is strong, even though we haven't actually seen her fight that much, but I know that she was strong, but I had no idea that she's the first Kenpachi. And to be honest, I actually had no idea there was even more than one Kenpachi. So, hopefully, I'm hoping next week we learn Kenpachi's backstory, or Unohana's backstory, or their connection, yeah, Unohana's connection to Kenpachi. So I can't wait to see that. And if this art of killing is supposed to be this really strong technique, and, you know, Kenpachi is strong as he is, and if he learns it and perfects this art of killing, woo boy, Kenpachi is gonna become even more badass than he was before. So yeah, that was Bleach chapter 520. It was a pretty good chapter. Lunar Spiral 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.